Hey everyone, Ronak this side. I hope you all are doing well. So let's get into the problem of the day. So what the problem is stating here is jump game 3. So you are given an array of non-negative integers ARR. You are initially positioned at start index at the array where you are at index I. You can jump to I plus value at I, array of I, or I minus array at index I. Check if you can reach any index with value 0. So okay, here you can consider that given ARR as an staircase. For example, we are given at 4 2 3 0 3 1 2. So so what we are given here is 4 2 3 0 3 1 2, and you are positioned at starting index 5. So it's 0 index, first, second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth. So first you are positioned at here at index 5. So what you can do, you can jump I plus array of I. You can jump 5 and 5 plus 1, 1, and I minus array of I. You can jump from 1 to 5 minus the value at 5 is 1. So you can jump at either 4 or 6. So basically you are jumping top or bottom at the top or bottom, and the number step is equal to the value you have in. So at 1 you can jump at 2 and 3. At 3 you can jump 3 bottom, 1 2 3 to here, or you can't go right. Okay, so you can't go up because there were no 3 indices. You will gonna reach out of bound index. So from it at 2 you can't jump below, but you can go above 2 steps. Okay, so basically what we are saying that, starting from the given start index, check the if there and is there any sequence exists, so you can reach at any index that containing element 0. Okay, so at last you end up with 0, or now you can't go anywhere because there are 0 number of steps to go. So is there any way to reach that 0 from the starting index? So in this example we got n way. So what, let's consider it's gonna be have something like 1. Okay, so if it contains 1, then can we still reach it? So from 3 we can go to 1. From 1 we can go to up or down to 4 or to 3. From 3 we can go 1 2 3 to again 1. That will result to same loop. And for 4 we can go to 1 2 3 and 4 to again 3. That will leads on the same loop. And from 2 we have gone to 2. From 2 we can go to again 3, and that will again. So we cannot reach 0 at any possible at in any manner of order by doing this constraint jump. So okay, so basically what we have to just return yes or no, true or false, that we can have any sequence here or not. So let's try to visualize it in another manner. 4 comma 2 comma 3 comma 0 comma 3 comma 1 comma 2, and indices of this were 0 1 2 3 4 5 6. Okay, so I am treating this indices as a node. So while I'm explaining, so first you are at index 5, 5. Where you can go, you can go one step left or one step right. If you go one step left, -1, you will end up with getting at index 4, and if you plus, you will end up with getting index 6. Okay, so now at index 4, what you can do, you can have 3 step further or 3 step, and 3 step right or 3 step left. If you go left, you wanna reach at 1. If you go right, you wanna reach at 7. Okay, is we have 7th index here? No, so it's out of bound. So it's basically we cannot go here. At 1, what we can, at index 1, what we can do is 2 step left or 2 step right. At 2 step left we gonna reach -1. That's not the case. At 2 step right we gonna reach at 3 plus 2. So at 3 we are not going to get anywhere because it's equal to 0. So we basically met the condition. And if you want to check, you can also check that at 6 you can go 2 step left or 2 step right. If you want to go 2 step left, it's gonna be going 3 at index 4. Now you can do -3 and again. Okay, so here we got this, but there is an issue here. If we have something like, let's say the second example, we have something like 1 comma 2 comma 1 comma 2 comma 1 comma 0. we are getting to get starting at zero index. Let me mark the indices 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Starting from zero index, we can do 1 minus 1 or plus 1. So if you do minus 1, we gonna lead to minus 1, that's out of bound. And after doing plus 1, get to index 1. At 1, what you can do is, let's consider here we also have 2, and this is the 0. So at the first index, what we can do is two step back or two step front. If we go left two step, we're gonna get minus 1, and if we go right two step, we're gonna get at index 3. At 3, what we can do is get to two step right or two step left. If we do two step left minus 2, we're gonna reach at first index. If we get two step right, we're gonna reach at fifth index. And at fifth index, we can get to two step left or two step right. If we go two step left, we're gonna reach to 3. If we go two step right, we reach to 7. So that's out of bound. And at 3, what we can do is again go to 1 or 5. At 5, what we can again go to 3 or 7. 7 is out of bound. From 3, again we can go to 1 to 5. 1 and 5. So if you are noticing here, we are getting an infinite loop. I mean 3 to 5 to again 3 to again 5 to again 3 to again 5. Okay. So basically what's happening here is that we went from we went from 0 to 1, one step, then to 3, then to 5, then to again 3 to again 5, and this will cause a result in infinite loop. So basically you are seeing here is recursion tree, either to go left or either to go right. We have two recursive calls here and our base condition. So first base condition we have it I must be inbound. So I must be greater than I must be greater than equal to 0 and I should less than n. Okay, so it must become under the bound where n equal to size of the array. And we got another condition. We have to avoid this loop. So what we're gonna do is whenever we visit an index, like here we visited index first one, what we're gonna do, we gonna mark this index as visited. We visited 2, and we visited again, we visited index 0, then index 2, then index 3, then index 5. And whenever we revisit that index, I mean here we are visiting 5 from 3. So if this index is visited, we gonna stop our tree. Okay, I mean stop our recursion. So if visited, so it should not be visited to continue this tree. So what will be the base condition of here and base condition of our recursion tree? So first, consider we have a function move that passes an array and index starting index I. So first recursion, the first base condition is if I is greater than if I is less than 0, greater than or equal to n, or index I is marked. So what we are going to what we are going to do to mark this is we are changing the value at that index equal to -1, because the array we are giving contains only positive integers. So if we check it is marked, it's contained the value -1, that is less than 0. We considered that we already visited that index, and we marked it. So and how we gonna traverse this, we're gonna call this function again and again. Move array I plus, how much we can go to right and how much we can go to left. Okay, array of okay, how much we can go to left and how much we can go to right, and we have to mark also that array of I equal to -1 to I mean to say it's visited. And one more special thing, one more most important condition, to notice here is we have to return is there any possible value to get the get that index which contains the value 0. So if at index I the value equal to 0, we have to return true. In these all cases we have to just return false. Okay, I mean 0. And how to handle that return, let's consider int a we got true from this and we got false from this. Okay, after mathematical step, so at last we have to just return a or b, I mean or of these two. I mean we can, after having multiple recursion stacks a1 a2 b b1 b2 b3, I mean all got failed, but if any of this return one, we got a return one, because this is any such, there is a possible way to get there. Okay, so we have just to return 1 or 0. Is there anything possible to get to 0th value index or not? So we are doing the or operator here. So let's try run this code on. So here's the code and let's try to run this. Okay, so first what we're gonna do is starting from index 5. Is 5 out of bound or value at 5 is less than 0? No, it isn't. So if array of I is the value equal to 0? No, it isn't. So store, I mean, what we have to do, we just have to mark it as visited. Okay, so first mark it as visited. Let's take the, I mean, mark it as visited and move to index I plus a, that is one left and one right. Now we have to return a and in or of a and b, so consider this a and b. So at 3 what we can do is first check the conditions. Is 3 out of range? No. Is 3 marked? No. Is 3 equal to 0? No. So from index 4 and continue value 3, what we can do, we can again go left and right. So we can go right to 7, a value 7, and left to value 1. Okay, so and mark 3 as visited. At 2 what we can do is we can go to right or we can go to left. At left we can go, we're gonna reach -1, and at right we're gonna reach at 3. So mark this as also mark this as visited. Now we have these three, I mean these three where we met the best condition. Here we met the best condition, so we're gonna return 0. Here also we met the best condition where a it's not out of bound another mark, but this equal to 0. So here we're gonna return 1. Again take or, and here we at 2 at 7. Here we're gonna also return 0 because it's out of range. And we also have another recursion in our stack. I mean at index 6 we can go to left or to right. We can go to 8 or we can go to 4. At 4 it's already marked, so it gonna return 0. At 8 it's out of range, so again it's gonna return 0. So overall what we gonna get is 1. Okay, so it is possible to reach there. And if isn't, it isn't possible, if it going to form any loop. So we didn't get any one here, I mean we haven't get this statement true a single time, and we just have the 0. So let's try to code this and see if it's working fine or not. So here I've written the function. Let's take and n equal to arr dot size -1, and jump, how much we can jump is depend on the value that containing. And now check if it's out of bound int I. So I think we must first have to check that it is in bound, it is in range or not. Is I less than 0 or I greater than n, or at I It's less than 0. I mean, it's is it already marked? We just have to return 0. We can also check if array at index I is equal to 0, then we just gonna return true, and take int a equal to move arr comma I plus arr of index I, then int b equal to move at array from uh, left to index I by arr I steps, and return a or b. And one important thing too, we have to mark it as visited. So let's see if it's working or not. Or we got any error here. So I think we must have, we first have to mark then jump. If we marked it early, if we marked after the jumping, I mean this stack will keep growing and never reach to the this line to, I mean actually mark this. I mean this is just keep repeating, and instead of doing this we can do as and jump, that how much we can jump equal to array of I, and just replace this with jump I plus jump or I minus jump, and let's try to run this code and see if it's working or not. Okay, we got a perfectly fine code, so let's analyze the time complexity and space complexity of our code. So basically, if you can see, we are just iterating the array once. I mean, we are and checking if it's marked or not. And at worst case, if we iterate it over every element, the time complexity will gonna become big O of n. And the recursion stack can at max also contain, I mean, you have something like 1 1 1 1 1 0 and starting at 1. At max, recursion stack can contains an element and then return. So the space complexity we are also going to use here is big of n. So that's it for today. I hope you like this video. So please make sure to like it and subscribe to Tenza. I'll reply to every possible comments if you have any kind of doubt. And till then, see you tomorrow.